Hey, welcome back to another lesser known Bible series. I know we're like 12 hours away from when we normally do it, or we're doing it, or whatever. Maybe I'll change the time, I don't know. This time. I'm not sure whether the time in the morning works or not. Um, but, anyways, we are on it tonight. So, this is the page, but we're not going to do any pages yet. Um, because last time we were here, we finished off doing some sketches for looking for Eglon, King Eglon of the Moabites. And we did a fat version of him and a skinny version of him. So, as you can see there, that's them. And so we were just about to start to do Ehud. So we're going to write the name here. There we go. Ehud. Okay, so let's bring up the story here. Not that you guys will be able to see, but I will. So, okay, so, and again, let's see. So here's the story of Ehud. We'll read it over quickly for you guys. But this is the longest story. It's like 13, 14 pages. But it's really what I've got here is me breaking it up um, into the page and panels. So page one, again, it doesn't say how many panels. It's verse 12 of chapter 3 of Judges. And it says, again, the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord and because they did this evil, the Lord gave Eglon, king of Moab, power over Israel. And then page 2 is getting the Ammonites and Amalekites to join him. Eglon came and attacked Israel, and they took possession of the city of palms. Then page 3, that was verse 13. Page 3 is verses 14 and 15. The Israelites were subject to Eglon, king of Moab, for 18 years. And again, the Israelites cried out to the Lord, and he gave them a deliverer. Ehud, a left-handed man, the son of Jerah the Benjamite. The Israelites sent him with tribute to Eglon, king of Moab. And then page 4, panels 1 and 2 is verse 16. Well, 16 I got broken up into 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 is now Ehud had made a double-edged sword about a cubit long, which he strapped to his right thigh under his clothing. Okay, so that is good. Panel 5. He presented the tribute to Eglon, king of Moab, who was a very fat man. And then we're on page 5, panel 1. After he had presented the tribute, he sent on the way those who carried it. Okay, so I guess he has some backup guys here. But on reaching the stone images near Gilgal, he went back to Eglon. He himself went back to Eglon, so he departs from his party and said, Your Majesty, I have a secret message for you. And that was panel 4. Panels 2 and 3 were panels 2 and 3, I start breaking up verse 19 and saying about him going back to King Eglon. And then panel 4, and Your Majesty, I have a secret message for you. Panel 5, the king said to his attendants, Leave us. And they all left. Panel 6 is the starting of verse 20. Or page 6. Sorry, panel 1 is the beginning of verse 20. And that's like Ehud then approached him while he was sitting alone in the upper room of his palace and said, I have a message for you from God. As the king rose from his seat, and that's panel 2, and said, I have a message for you from God, as the king rose from his seat. 21, panel 3, verse 21, and the king, and Ehud reached with his left hand and drew his sword from his right thigh and plunged it into the king's belly. That was panel 5. I'm reading the whole verse, but it is broken up into panels. And then page 7. Even the handle sank in after the blade. That was panel 1. We're on verse 22. Panel 2. And his bowels discharged. Oh man. This is going to be a nasty. Depends on how nasty I want to do this. Panel 3. Ehud did not pull out the sword, and the fat closed in over it. Panel 4, verse 23. And then Ehud went out to the porch. Panel 5. He shut the doors of the upper room behind him. Panel 6, he locked them. Page 8, panel 1. After he had gone, the servants came and found the doors of the upper room locked. They said he must be relieving himself in the inner room of the palace. Panels 4 and 5, they waited to the point of embarrassment. Page 9, panel 1. But when he did not open the doors of the room, they took a key and unlocked them. Opening the doors, panel 3. Unfortunately, I'm not saying every time there's a new panel while reading this, I'm just reading it. But I do like and unlock them, so I'll be showing them unlocking the doors and then the doors opening. For panel 3. There they saw their lord had fallen to the floor, dead. Page 10. While they waited, Ehud got away. He passed by the stone images and escaped to Samaria. So that will just be page 10, page 11. Ehud getting a trumpet when he arrived there, he blew the trumpet in the hill country of Ephraim, and the Israelites went down from the hills with him leading them. 28, verse 28. We're in panel 3 here. He said, "Follow me," he ordered, "for the Lord has given Moab, your enemy, into your hands." And then pages 12 and 13. So they followed him down and took possession of the fords of Jordan that led to Moab. They allowed no one to cross over it. At that time, they struck down about 10,000 Moabites, all vigorous, strong, not one escaped. That day, Moab was made subject to Israel, and the land had peace for 8 years. And then we go into Shamgar, who we've already done his, but we will have to, of course, go back over his and get things looking good. Okay, so with all that said and done, let's just start doing what we want to do for Ehud here. We do want these couple. Okay, so I'm going to make this one bigger so we can see things a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to apply. Going to take out those guys there. And we're gonna grab this other one. Scale. And we'll make this bigger. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we're going to take this now over here, and we're that's custom from us, so we're going to take that out. So there we don't have much showing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's get Ehud here. There we go. Okay, so we need to come out a little bit. Need to scale this down just slightly. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I like this here like that. I like this like that. Have these drawstrings. Drawstrings. I like. There we go. Now I don't know when. Oh, you can't have the Star of David yet because David doesn't exist yet at this point. So we'll just. Okay, so let's see. I wanna. So this is going to be more open. I'm not sure what I call it. It's a cloak, but it's open on the sides. That way he can easily grab in for his sword. Okay, so what are we gonna do for the? He's not gonna have a lot of hair, I don't think, or at least ours isn't. Okay, so it's like a long shawl or poncho. Okay, so let's. There is our Ehud. Then, okay, Kushan and Eglon. Okay, so what we have here now, let's see. Let's okay, so let's look at this again. There we go. Okay, so again, Israel, page one is again, Israelite did evil in the eyes of the Lord. And because of this, gave him over to the power of the Israelites, or the and because they did this evil, the Lord gave Eglon, king of Moab, power over Israel. Okay, so what I am thinking layers. Let's see, we'll frame. Let's divide this like that. And then I'm thinking the bottom frame we will make into 2 as well. We will divide it. So I'm thinking you know, okay, so panel 2, panel 3, and then of course we have panel 1. Okay, so what we'll have here again, we'll do some let's try and okay, so I'm just gonna word this here. Child sack. So child sacrifice. And we'll just then we'll, show a bunch of Israelites bowing down to, a golden calf or something. Worship idol. Uh, maybe we have 2 guys here. Murdering another guy. Murder. Okay, so now what? Hey, Mike. Thanks for dropping by and sharing my live stream and all that and saying hi. How are you? How'd your live stream go tonight? Okay, so anybody can think of something else that we can have for the Israelites doing evil in the eyes of the Lord? Uh, we got some child sacrifice. We got some idol worship. We got some murder here. What else can we do that's will be showing them doing evil in the eyes of the Lord? We'll put a question mark in there right now. Okay, so there is panel 1. So panel 2 is, okay, the Lord gave King Eglon king of Moab. Power over Israel. So, we're going to show maybe. This show an upshot of King Eglon here. Maybe with a sword here. But you know what? Any more here. His sword. Here, let's. Make sure we can be heard. Yeah, we're being heard. I guess Mike just didn't answer. Oh, you know what we haven't done yet? We did not share this out, which go live. Oh, we got 4 likes so far. We got people watching. Oh, tonight's went all right. You right. Yeah, I'll try and get it to you. I'll probably try and do it Wednesday, or I might be able to do it Thursday. Okay, so let me share this on Twitter. Okay, and then let me grab that link. Yeah, for sure. It does seem like a late crowd tonight. Although I've gotten 4 likes, so that's good. I guess people are just um, hovering. What's the term? Lurking. I'm just. Okay, so let's get this. Hey, Parasocial, how are you? Okay, so what we're trying to do here is we want to grab Skinny King Eglon here, and we want to put him in here. Let's. Okay, you've downloaded it, but have you watched it yet? we'll watch an episode tomorrow. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so there's Skinny King Eglon. I finished a course on C.S. Lewis's conversion and Christian writings today. Ah, cool. Okay, so and now we gotta show him having power over Israel. But that's in panel 3, so that means but we need to move Mr. Eglon. I don't think we need to show what he looks like. I don't think I need that up right now. Oh, and just for those that might want to know, here is our look for Ehud. Hey, Peter, how are you? That is what our Ehud's going to look like. How are you this evening? I will be seeing you tomorrow morning, probably about 10:45. Oh, good, just seeing you at the top of my YouTube feed. Well, that's awesome. Well, and just in case you're wondering what I'm doing here, right here I'm doing the story of Ehud. This is lesser known Bible stories, as you might have gotten from the thing. I'm doing a comic book with 3 stories from Judges chapter 3, verses 7 through 31. The stories are Othniel, Ehud, and Shamgar. I've already did an outline and done 2 passes. Well, I'll say 2 passes. One pass to get the basic things of what I want in, and then a second pass to make things look slightly better for the Shamgar and Othniel story. Right now, I'm going over getting out the panels for the layout and putting in some pictures of what I possibly want in each panel based on what scripture says. Um, I I'll go over. Okay, so let me bring this up. Okay. So these first couple pages are these first couple of pages are the cover and the inside cover. So what we have here is we have this is the Shamgar story, although it's verse 31, because there's double page spreads in it, it has to be put first. I would like, normally I'd like them to go in order, but we're putting the Shamgar first. And actually, it's sort of good because we're leading up to the bigger story, which is the Ehud story, because Shamgar is the smallest of all of them, or he was. He might be even or just above the one now. So we have Shamgar here, my look for him, and then him with his dad, him with an ox goad, and a bunch of Philistines coming at him. And then he's starting to take all these Philistines out in different ways. This picture is not going to be on there. And we just got different ways of him. Taking out Philistines. And then we have a double page spread where they're starting to surround him, but he just does a whirl with the ox goad, taking out, like 6 or 7 of them almost at once, in about 10 seconds or 5 seconds. And then, of course, we have another day double page spread with all the Philistines around him, dead, and him holding up the ox goad, triumphant, standing over some of their bodies. It's like a video game move, yeah. But you see it in movies and all that too, so that's Shamgar, and Shamgar is just one verse in the Bible, and I will read it for you here. It goes, after Ehud came Shamgar, son of Anath, who struck down 600 Philistines with an ox goad. He too saved Israel. And I made it into like 7 pages. Originally, it was supposed to be 5. Yeah, well, mainly it's just showing all the killing, 600 Philistines. I don't even show 600 Philistines getting killed, so. Okay, so, and then up next, I did the Othniel. Othniel is a 6-page story as well. And it is the first 11 verses. Well, it's verses 7 through 11 in Judges chapter 3. So basically, we have here showing Israelites doing evil in the sight of the Lord. So we got robbery, killing, sexual debauchery, and I'm not sure what this is. And then it says about them worshiping the Baals and the Asherahs. So I did that. This is the Lord's. This is supposed to be a map of Israel and the Lord's anger burning against it. It's what somebody suggested. I don't think it's the best idea, but unless I come up with something better, probably not going to do that. So then it's like the Lord, so that he sold them into the hands of the Cush Risham, king of Amor-Naram. So this is a bunch of Israelites, being sold or having to march to somewhere else. And this is the king, King Cushan. So this is page 3. To whom the Israelites were subject for 8 years. So I'm going to be trying to show him being subject He looks very majestic. Thank you. That's that's sort of what I was trying to go for. Uh, so right here, these first top three panels is probably me trying to show them being subject for 8 years. Oh, this one, the third one is actually the Israelites crying out, and then showing Othniel, because it says he raised up a deliverer, Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. So this is him and Caleb. I'm not sure whether it's the same Caleb as we would think of from the Exodus. Joshua and Caleb, I think it is. So I'm not, it makes it sound like that, but it's, I'm not sure. So then it says, the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, Othniel, and he became Israel's judge and went to war. So, I'm having a dove come down on him. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be too far from the Exodus. Well, it would probably be 40 years. It would probably be right near the end. But I'm more thinking it'd be probably too far from Joshua and Caleb. Of course, well, we know Joshua battled to start taking over the land of Israel from the various um, tribes and all that, and that took some number of years. So, but I would think this would be after Joshua had died, the judges, especially, although it's only chapter 3, so it's not too far after. So yeah, a dove coming down on Othniel. Of course, I got that from the New Testament with Christ, and then we're showing Othniel here judging. He's sitting on some sort of judging seat. Yeah, in some ways I would too. Um, Somebody I might ask when I get in a conversation with him is my friend Halal that you saw me. Uh, and these are not the best that I can do, and this is just the beginning of the story. Hey, Parasocial, ask AI. Yeah, well, I could do that, but I was thinking well, I could ask AI for sure, and it might know. But I have a Jewish friend who is really into all this historic stuff. Yeah, well, this is a step up from a sketch or an outline. Well, some of it's still a sketch outline, but I need to go over AI can go Bible chapter and verse. Yeah, but this is it's a timeline thing, parasocial, and so it may or may not know that. But anybody who wants to try and ask AI, I can't stop them. Uh, so anyways, this is him going to war. Because the end of the verse is he became Israel's judge and went to war. And then we have page 5. The Lord gave Cushan, king of Aram, into the hands of Othniel, who overpowered him. So again, I'm having Othniel standing over top of King Cushan. What is the question? Yeah, it's yeah, triumph. The question is Caleb younger brother from Judges chapter 3 verse 9 the same Caleb as Joshua and Caleb? Or something to that effect. Because we're wondering whether uh, Othniel, son of Kenza. Oh, Kenza was Caleb's. I think Kenza was Caleb's younger brother, and then this is his son. So this would be a generation, for lack of a better way of saying, removed. So my picture should probably be of Kenza and Caleb instead of Othniel and Caleb. Either that, unless I'm going to have Othniel as a kid. So maybe it's just the way that I was reading that before. So anyways, after page 6, after his triumph, it said, so the land had peace for 40 years until Othniel, son of Kenza, died. So, we're showing a map of Israel here, just peaceful. And then last time I did this a few weeks ago, they were saying that Othniel's tomb, there's a place that is Othniel's tomb. So I might change this, but this was just supposed to be Othniel on a burial cart or cot where they'd take him from this place to his tomb. So him wrapped up, and we're just showing his face so people know it's him. Not that they would normally show their face in something like that, but But that is sort of where we are at the moment in this. Well, we got the first 2 stories done, and we just and of course for each of these we have been drawing up what we what we look like. So here is Shamgar, and Caleb is Othniel's father. No, Caleb, Othniel's son of Kenza. Kenza, I believe, is Caleb's younger brother. Caleb and Kenza, I believe, are brothers, and Othniel is Kenza's son. Because it says Othniel, son of Kenza. So we know Kenza is Othniel's son. But then it goes on to say about, oh yeah. So yeah, here's Shamgar, and then I was doing different looks for different Philistines, but then I've decided to do a basic look for all of them. So I've got to switch that out in the one page. Oh, the Philistines looking similar to this. Either just having a spear or a shield and spear, or a shield and sword. So that's my Shamgar and my just a Philistine. Then we got Othniel here. Other 2 masks. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at some point when I get back to that. I should remember. Oh, yeah, this is. Okay, you too, Peter. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to hit the like and share it out if you can. If you haven't done that already. Okay, so, anyways, we're back. We're in panel 3 here. We're trying to show Moab with power over Israel. Yeah, well, this one's going to be a while before it's done. Um, like I could bring a few, and we could possibly put them on a stand somewhere for sale or whatever. You know, we'll talk about that. We can talk about that tomorrow while we work. Okay, so Judges 3:9. What about Judges 3:9? Yeah, that's the verse that I was referring to. Othniel, son of Kenza, Caleb's younger brother. So Kenza is, I believe, Caleb's younger brother. I don't know why I was thinking Othniel was Caleb's younger brother. I was When I first read it, I confused the way that it was doing it for some reason. When it's fairly thing there. I think obvious, but somehow it wasn't obvious to me. Okay, anyways, what can I do for I'm going back or typing in two different apps. Okay. Okay, you know what? Okay, we're gonna do the map of Israel again, but this time we're gonna have Eglon's foot over it. Just yeah. Well, I've got the stuff. I've got the verses up here. I've got the script or the basic script too. And like I said, I just read when I read it wrong. I interpreted it. When I read it the first few times, I interpreted it wrong. Although it says it fairly clearly. Okay, so we're gonna save that page. Unfortunately, ChatGPT can't do anything about me reading stuff wrong. Or misinterpreting something. Okay, so we have one big panel here at the moment, but we're going to divide this up because it says getting the Ammonites and the Amalekites to join him. Eglon attacked Israel. chat got needs to, it will if you give it to you. If it, okay. Chat got needs to be checked by asking for sources. I know you mean Chat GPT. Oh, you mean Chat GPT's needs to be checked by asking for sources. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna do 4 panels here. One showing Amorites, one showing Amalekites, and then them attacking Israel, and then them taking possession of the city of the Psalm, or Palms, city of the Palms. Okay, so I want a big panel down below. So let's transform this. You know what? Not transform, let's roll and frame. Let's okay, so we're gonna divide this main one right now up into 3. And then okay, so that is panel 4. Oh, my cats are sleeping on my blanket, so I'm getting cold. This is panel 3. And we're going to divide this top panel in 2. Oh, I let them stay half an hour or so. Okay, so I know it's not big, that big. That's gonna be panel 2. One. There we go. Hey, Alpha. I struggle using Clip Studio's comic options. Well, quick tip here. I know you can't see what I'm doing completely. If you take a page like this, a blank page, do you have Clip Studio or do you use something else, Alpha? You can create, if you want to create normal frames, you can do one big frame like this over the page. And then if you go to layer and then ruler / frame under if you click the, okay, now I'm under the blanket. They are on one side. So yeah, if you click the top portion where it makes a folder for the frame, if you then go to layer and then ruler frame, look for, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th option down, it's divide frame border equally, and then you get a pop-up which you guys can't see, and I think you can figure that out, and then use it to divide, vertical and horizontally create panels, or you can just do it one way or another, and then you can go back in and divide that other frame. Like there, I just divided it vertically. Two things. But I don't want to divide that page yet, so because I don't know what I'm doing on it yet. That's page 3. We're working on page 2. So we gotta do something for the Amorites here. So I'm gonna put pick of Ammonite army. I'm being a little this is pick of Mal Kate. If you want to get together sometime, and I can teach you the few things that I know for doing comic stuff. Alpha off air. Okay, so that's panel 2. We're cheating a bit there. Let's see, we're gonna have Eglon here, and with his sword out. Let's see. Moab army behind them. 4, we're gonna have, let me go back up to 1. And just, I appreciate it. If I run into any more problems, I'll let you know. Yeah, oh, so that did that help a little bit? Just that little bit? Of creating frames, and then, I'm not sure. What can you see? You can't. Here, let me move me. Okay, so I'm gonna move me over here. So you can see a little bit of what I'm doing here. Or what I'm doing here. You can't even see my mouse, can you? What I'm doing over here, you can see where I'm clicking. If I open up something. Okay, so okay, so I just created 4 and 5 here, but I'm not going to need these layers, so I'm gonna take them out because we will put a thing there, and we're gonna bring that down there. Let's scale that down a little. And then we're going to come up here to panel 2. And again, we're going to encircle this Amalekite army lettering. Copy it. And we're going to come down to this copy of layer 2 and paste it. You can't see it because it's in the one above, but we can move it down, and there. Voila! And then we're going to go and scale that down a little so it actually fits. So that's just saying what I really want drawn in there at the moment without me drawing. This is just getting in basically what a little bit of a sketch of what I want. Of course, after I get that in, I'm going to go over each page and draw in stuff. I got to see what I want to. I got to make sure the Moab army, the Ammonite army, and the Amalekite army, they all look a little different. Okay, so now this says they took possession of the city of palms. City Palms Park. City of Palms. Ancient Israel. Okay, so we're not going to do much on this layer either because we got to figure out what this city of palms looks like. I'd like to try and be somewhat accurate. So armies in city of palms. Okay, so that's page 2. So page 3 is the Israelites were subject to King Eglon, king of Moab, for 18 years. And again, the Israelites cried out, and he gave them a deliverer, Ehud, a left-handed man, the son of Gurah, the Benjamite. The Israelites sent him with a tribute to the king Eglon, king of Moab. Okay, so I think we're just going to show one panel of them being, I'm thinking one panel of them being subject for 18 years. Another panel, them crying out. Then we want a panel of Ehud maybe doing something with his left hand. Um, so that's three. Maybe a picture of Ehud and his dad. Uh, so that's four. And then we can have Ehud leading some sort of small caravan for a tribute for the king. So five. So what I'm thinking, let's divide this in two. Okay. And we want to I think it's this one. Okay, trying to figure out. Okay, so trying to know there's a way to get this. Come on. Oh, so Alpha, any progress on thing? I know you're saying. Oh, maybe we. In some ways, I think I might like to talk after you do animation. I will like to see how much it might cost to get a small animation or whatever done of the shield or something. But I know you probably don't want to talk about prices and all that live on air. And I get that. Okay, why is this? Hey, why am I? I know there's a way to get the order, but I don't want to move there. Oh, you know what? It's getting hot in here. Oh, yeah. I got my fan here finally. Actually, is anybody still here? Oh, so good. Okay, so you know what? I can't do what I want to right now, and it's taking too long. So I'm coming up here, and we're going to divide this into four. There. So we're showing Israelite subject for 18 years, Israelites crying out. Then we're just showing Ehud, a picture of him, and then a picture of him and his dad. And then we're showing him. Okay, so this is panel 5. That is panel 3. That is panel 4. Okay, so we want this there. This is panel 1. And this is panel 2. Okay, so what do we want to show here to show subject for 18 years? I want to do something a little different, although I think it's going to be similar. I'm going to have him and his on his throne. Oh, you know what? Because now we're going to see that Eglon. We'll just see him with his fist there. There we go. Trying to make him look like he's sitting down. Hey, how are you, Jordan? Okay, so let's see. Now, panel 2 is again the Israelites cried out to the Lord for a deliver. Cried out to the Lord. So what we'll have is several Israelites looking up. Um, well, right now I'm just getting in some basic sketches for. Uh, I'm doing some lesser known Bible stories. I'm doing the story of Ehud. So right now I'm trying to figure out what exactly to draw for Judges chapter 3 verse 15, well 14 and 15. I just did 14 in the first panel there. The Israelites were subject to King Eglon of Moab for 18 years. So it's just showing Moab there with a fist. And he was supposed to be very fat, so according to the scriptures. And so right now I'm figuring out how to draw exactly what to draw for. Well, I got an idea because I came up with it in my head, but putting it in the thing, verse 15 is again the Israelites cried out to the Lord, and he gave them a deliverer, Ehud, a left-handed man, the son of Gurah the Benjamite. The Israelites sent him with a tribute to King Eglon of Moab. So right now I'm trying to getting in a sketch of some people like crying out towards heaven, you know, God. So they're looking up, they're on their knees. I might make this smaller, but I'm gonna give a second person here looking up. I'm gonna come over this after I get all the things in, the thumbnails, if you will. But I might want to put some more people in there, so I might end up shrinking those and putting some more in, maybe behind or in front. I'm not sure. But I'm going to leave that for now like that. We're going to go down to panel 3. And so it's saying he gave them a deliverer, Ehud, a left-handed man. So I'm not sure what sort of um, stuff Ehud would have done in a normal his everyday job. Um, but as it says, he's a left-handed man, so I want to show him doing something with his left hand. So maybe what I will have is, okay, we'll have some sort of beam here, and we're going to have Ehud here. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm not the best by any means, but I try. So we're gonna have this arm will be down here. No, this arm will be up here. It's holding. You know what? We got to do this from the other way. Okay, so we're gonna have the beam here, and here is Ehud again. Gonna have him with his arm here, and then we're gonna have him with his other arm here, and we're gonna have him with some sort of mallet. We're gonna see a nail here, and a piece of paper hanging, or something like that. And we gotta have Ehud's hand around it, and then we'll this is sort of messy at the moment, but it's giving me an idea of what I want. So, I'll come back. This story is like 13, 14 pages. This is page 3 that we're on. So after I get done the thumbnails, well, it's 13 pages. So after I get done the thumbnails for all 13 pages, I'm going to come back, go over them, and make everything look a little bit better. So there's Ehud, a basic representation of him. He's nailing something with his left hand. Hammer and nail. So, let's see. So this is, it says, then he is the son of Jerah the Benjamite. So what we'll have here is father and son. So we'll have so this will be Jerah, and this is Ehud. Alright, so we'll just have them together. Nothing special. And the last panel on this particular page says, oh, the Israel sent him with a tribute to the king of Moab. So I guess what we'll have here is you know what? Okay, so trying to okay, so let's get rid of some of these lines. Okay, this is just supposed to be a road or a pathway. And then we're gonna have a cart here. And a donkey or a horse or some burst beast of burden. And here taking the cart, and we'll have some, maybe this is covered up so you can't see exactly what it is. We'll have Ehud here. Walking along with the cart. And we're gonna have a buddy here. And then we'll have a couple more guys here in the back. And if you haven't, Jordan, if you can, I'm not sure whether this is your first time or whether you've seen other stuff. If you can hit that like button and maybe share this out, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I try and make content, few content, 2 or 3 shows a week. I'd like to try and do for 5, but you know. Okay, so there. Thank you very much, Jordan. I'll be having a show tomorrow night at 10 Eastern. I'm going to be possibly drawing something up for, I'm not sure whether you've heard the channel Popcross Studios. He usually has a redraw thing that he does once a month, and he has a prompt for it. I'm going to be drawing something for that tomorrow night, or starting it. And then Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, I have a little game show called the Silhouette Game. Basically, you're trying to guess what silhouette of various characters or whatever that I put up on the screen. And if you're one of the first three people to guess right, you get some points, and then there's different ways you can spend the points, which I'll more get into that day if you're here. So there is that. Let's. You know what? Um, it says on page four, one. Well, it's gonna be page four. It says now Ehud made a double-edged sword about a cubit long. Maybe Ehud is a metalsmith. So I might change it to him working that panel three to him working, um, forging a sword or hitting some sort of metal. So I'm gonna save that. Oh, I have to go keep up with good work. Thank you. Okay. Have a great night, day, whatever it might be for you. Thanks for dropping by. Gonna hate it when you cancel Control Z. Okay, so let's see. This is a 5 panel page. We have one and panels 1 and 2. I think this is going to be a 3 panel page. I'm going to switch that to panel 1 is just him making a double-edged sword. 2 is it strapping it to his thigh, right thigh. Now it doesn't say his inner thigh or outer thigh, but I'm gonna assume it's his right outer thigh. Okay, but before we do that, so okay, so let's get that divided. So that's panel 1. And then let's see. Hmm. Okay, so if we can. Okay, so again, this thing is going to be difficult probably for changing the size of. You know what? I think that's. I hate it when I know how to do something, but there we go. And three. And two. Okay. So now I want to show some sort of. We're gonna have. Gonna have an anvil here. Okay, so there is Ehud working on a sword. I have a bucket of water here. I gotta figure out what a blacksmith. That's right. I said metalsmith, but blacksmith shop might look like back in that era, and make that. So now we got panel 2 where he is. Wow, Ehud looking down like this. And he's got his right leg up like this. And we're seeing him use his hand, arms here. And we'll see that being. There we go. We got Ehud strapping his thing. Oh, so it's just saying now. He had made that. So hey, Grant, just popping by to leave a like. Have a good night, peeps. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Grant. Hopefully you are having a good night too. Make sure to share as well. Okay, so we're gonna have whatever the thing is. He has hands here. Kneeling to present it. We have his hand there. Okay, so we only seem to have gotten 3 pages in, but we got Ehud done. What do you look like? And for those that are here, a little thing for you guys. Just to take a look at my room. There is my room. There's my bed, my fan, my dresser, my TV that I can now watch Tubi through my Roku and all that. and play my PlayStation 4. Over there is a bunch of crap that will probably all come off of there because there should be a bookshelf going there. Should be a bookshelf going where Canadian Shield is, and the blue thing that you see there, wagon, that's folded up. There's my coat. Yeah. And of course you see my closet. And today I got, for those that are still listening, I got 95 to 99% of my clothes. I'll say 99% of my clothes. I have almost all my clothes here. Yay, I've been living like with, well, I bought a few things for shirts and that for work or whatever, but I've been living with very minimal clothes. I went out and bought myself 70 hangers, and I used all except for 21. But that's hanging up t-shirts as well because the dresser couldn't fit all of them. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. I think that's about it. Thank everybody for coming by. Oh, and we got the Shield got the rest of his arm too today. So the Shield is full whole again. So I'm not sure what else to say. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you all tomorrow night. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day or night, whatever it might be for you. Love you all. God bless.